Hello one and all, I'm EkkiThump and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Today... Oh, hello, what's going on out there? Our turret's killing something. Where is our turret actually? I'm not exactly sure where it was. Alright. F5? F5. What are you up to? There must have been some hostile animal in the woods. Wait, what is it shooting at? Something over here. I can't see anything. See if it does it again. No? Well, whatever. So, the next task we've got in game, we need to get a lot of resources to build the skimmer that we designed last episode, and we also need to get level 5 to build the skimmer that we designed last episode. As Scott pointed out, one good way that we could get some XP is to harvest our garden. Now before I do that, I want to go and see if the water collector's collected any water for us. Because what we should be able to do is replenish our food supply a little bit. Oh, it's a night raptor. You can tell because it's screaming at me. The turret's doing, actually it might be taking on that raptor for us. I could just see a flash of plasma fire over there. Right, have we got any water? Yes we have, we've got 12 jugs. So we're going to take that back to base, we're going to convert that into bottles of purified water. Where's the bike? Here it is. Then we're going to pick our garden, get some XP from that. Then I've got to go mining again. And thinking about it, I hope I can actually make mining laser charges. Because although I got those for free so I can use them, I'm not entirely sure that I'll be able to craft them yet. So let's... Oh. What's happened here? Why is there a tree growing through my base now? It's fine, we'll just ignore it. Actually, we could... do we have a chainsaw? I don't think we've got a chainsaw here. Oh, we have. Yeah, and there's some biofuel in the container outside, so we can cut that tree down. That's weirdly grown inside our base. Yeah, if I'm going to do any more mining, I'm going to need mining laser charges, which I can't craft yet. Damn it, we might actually have to make ourselves a bog standard tier 1 drill, which I also don't have the stuff for. Shit. Oh god, please tell me electronics and cables. We could go drone hunting. Drones are a good source of like little bits of cables and electronics, that sort of stuff. Shit, you know, I never even thought of that. The problem is in the like normal Empyrion scenario, you start off with a chainsaw. I never thought about having to build one. Let's see what's in the boxes. Oh, there's one drill charge. That's a relief. So with that one drill charge, we'll be able to go and collect the resources we need to build a like tier 0 crappy drill. Oh, and there's another one. But yeah, we definitely don't start off with a normal drill, it looks like. Just the well, it used to be called the T2 drill, actually. I'm not sure if it's still called that. Oh, I've got... Hang on. How do I have... Didn't notice those. Okay, I've got drill charges anyway, so that's fine. We've got loads of resource. Oh. Right, got to go back here because the water jug goes in the input, and bottles of purified water come out. And then we are going to need some food. What's it like in here with the... It's a bit gloomy at night. Let's put the night vision back on. Oh, we'll do it with a torch. That's easier. So pumpkins. Are they meant to look like that? Got some kind of disease. No, they all look like that. Yeah, I guess it's just the plant texture. Looks weird though. Oh, and there's level 4, so we're getting close. Shit, I should have emptied my inventory, but let's trash some crushed stone. I don't think we need that. So, I've got some food, I've got some water. Now I should be able to go to one of the food processors. Put all these fruits and vegetables in there. Oh, and I need the water. This is what we're going for. Where are those durians I picked? Oh, there they are. We're also going to need some steel plates, and we've got some, haven't we? We accidentally disassembled the blocks last time, so we have a few steel plates. No, this is meant to be like this, isn't it? Jeez, I thought there was a bit missing there for a moment. Purified water, steel plates. Purified water, steel plates, and we can make some canned veg. I don't know how much. Looks like we'll get 5 cans, which is enough for a little while. Now that we've emptied those out, we can harvest the rest of the plants here. So we've got those. These are durians and what have you. The durians, tomatoes, and pumpkins. They're going to be our main food stock. They make canned vegetables, which, unless something has radically changed, are the best. Like the best food, just in terms of how much they give you. But we've got other things here. So we've got a couple of kavai beans. We can use these to make space coffee. We've got corn, which we can make popcorn with, and all sorts of other things. We picked up some pear things. which are, I'm not exactly sure what they're used for, but they're a space fruit basically. And there are like some recipes for all of this stuff. Now, Kavai beans don't go off, so it's okay to leave them in here. But anything with a perish time needs to be stored in the fridge if we want to keep hold of it. We've got some more durians, so we'll add an extra can to the construction queue. So raw plants go in there, corn goes in there. And I've got some junk I can stick in the constructor upstairs. And that got us basically an entire level, that farm harvest. So that was a pretty good tip. Thanks for reminding me of that one, Scott. That's the repair station. See, I told you these graphics need to they need to be differentiated a bit more. Ingots go in there. This railgun, Jesus, why am I carrying a railgun around with me? In fact, I don't want to put these in the constructor because I'll just take up space. Alright, so we do have to think about getting ourselves the tier 1 drill. We've got the stuff to make the cables, apparently. We are missing still... I'm just going to eat these salami, fuck it. We're missing the stuff to make 2 electronics. It's because we don't have any silicon at all. So, what's today's shopping list? We're going to need silicon. We're going to need more iron, because we need iron for basically everything. Is there anything else? Well, we're pretty short on everything, apart from cobalt. We definitely need some magnesium, because I have to keep making bullets for the assault rifle. So probably a bit of iron, a bit of silicon, a bit of magnesium, and probably a bit of copper, because I think copper's used for cables as well. Okay, we should have our food ready by now. Let's go and collect the food, and then we'll go on a mining trip. We got 6 cans. Okay, and the pear things will have to go in the fridge, otherwise they will spoil. It's a funny name, pear things. Right, yeah, we're just going straight out, going straight to the resource nodes. I'm quite happy not to know what the turret was firing at, as long as it's not still around. There are no red marks on the hood on the little mini-map, so I assume it was just like deadly night creatures. Right, I don't want to worry about promethium at the moment. We can go down there and actually swing in a line, then we can do copper, iron, silicon, and head north from there and do magnesium. I really can't stress enough how much I'm enjoying the new waypoint system. Like, because the maps are spherical, when something's a long way away... Ah, that's what the turret was shooting at, apparently. Because the worlds are spherical, so when something's a long way away, it looks like it might look like it's dead southeast or whatever, but actually if you just head southeast, you'll miss it by a mile, because it's actually like you've got to think spherically to navigate things, which I'm not very good at. So, number 1, copper deposit. So this is copper ore, which does kind of look like copper looks in real life, although I'm not sure copper ore looks like this in real life. But it's a bit of artistic license, I'm sure. We'll also get a bit of XP, especially if we're doing 4 charges worth of mining. I'm not sure if we'll get level 5, but I do hope it'll get us at least close. Then we could just go out and hunt a few things and finish off the level, hopefully. Do you know what? I've just realised we haven't had a drone attack on the base. Not once. And there is a drone base on this planet. Actually, there were a lot of drones clustered around the base. I wonder if it's been turned off in Dawn of Galaxies somehow. I don't remember reading anything about drones not attacking a base anymore. In fact, I can't see why they would do that, so it must be a scenario thing. Or maybe they're maybe they're attuned to not launch their attacks until you've actually built a structure, because this one was here already. It could be that. Right, so that's the copper. We can get rid of that one now. Next, the iron, which is one we've already been to, looks like. I don't think we're going to get level 5 just off the mining. So we are going to have to... We're going to have to get some more. Get some more XP. But by the time we're done with this, there might be some stuff on the farm we can pick again. Actually, no, it won't take that long to do this, will it? Maybe we can pick some plants in the wilderness, though. Yeah, this is one I've already started. So, quite good, because it means I don't have to drill through the rock to get to the good stuff. Uh-oh. I think I might have to sacrifice a bit of extra drill power just to get rid of the terrain here. Dug myself into a rather deep hole there. Okay, so you can see that's barely shifted the bar. I've still got 2 more to do, but there's no way this is going to get us the XP we need. So we'll be relying on something else. If we have to, I'll go and shotgun a few raptors. So get rid of the iron deposit marker. And we want silicon. Oh, hang on. One of these show on map. Oh, show on map. Edit. There we are. Waypoint. Remove on approach. Let's do that. Okay. So the silicon is way up here in the mountains. Let's start drilling for it here. And there we are. So these weird white, like white strands of stuff. These are silicon. Where is it? Resource mining. So we're going to get a charge's worth of this. So there's the silicon, and the last one we want is magnesium. It's right next to the midpoint of the Titan. Was the midpoint any good? I think the midpoint is where the cargo boxes were kept. Like, it's the cargo hold of the ship. We could have a look in there, but honestly, I want to focus on gathering XP and resources at the moment. What you really want from the Titan more than anything else is the engines. You want the power coils and stuff off it, because they will really leapfrog you like up to the next level in terms of what you can build. It's very hard to get Erestrium and Zascosium like normally in the starter systems. But what you can do is harvest power coils from the crashed mothership, which will give you a limited supply, enough to get your first capital ship kitted out quite nicely. Oh! Wasn't expecting there to be water there. Alright. Let's get over to the other side. Actually, we'll walk the rest of the way. It's only 100 meters. And here's magnesium. A much more sort of solid looking white substance. Right. Resource mining. Let's go and get this. And this is basically our resource for like any explosive or ballistic weapon. You need magnesium to make the ammunition for it. Right. I think that should be all we need. I've got one charge left, just for emergencies. Hold on, I've got to find the thing now. Ah, there we are. Because I've changed this to be mine and not just public, it's now marked green on the map. Right, don't need the magnesium deposit, we can get rid of that now. But the last survivor suit should be sweet, shouldn't it? Fine. Well, the last survivor suit. That's going to stay on the map because we need that waypoint, like always. Sorry, that sunset there just took me by surprise by a little bit. Can't believe how much the game's graphics have improved. Right, here's the last survivor suit, quote unquote. We are going to make ourselves the basic drill. Possibly also invest in a little pistol. Just because the pistol is not a great weapon per se, but it's always worth having because you get so much of the, I don't know what it is, even like 9mm ammo or whatever. I mean, how little fighting we've done in this playthrough, and we've already picked up, oh, it's 0.50. We picked up 84 rounds already. We've got no way to use it at the moment. So let's put the stuff we've mined into the constructor. We can make the normal drill, so that's all going to work its magic down there. We're going to need to make biofuel, and as you can see we need seaweed for that. We're going to get seaweed, we're going to go for a swim. But first of all, let's have a look at what we need to build the skimmer. I'm going to clean this bloody list out at some point as well. Iron, copper, cobalt, silicon. So let's do this one at a time. So we need roughly 300 iron. So about 30 crafts worth of that. We're going to need about 140 copper. So, oh no, way too much of that, way too much of that. 14 of those. And then we're going to need 105 cobalt. So 11 of those should do it. And 75 silicon. So 8 of those. Right, so that's all going to churn away now. And here's our drill. So this thing is about as bad as it looks. It doesn't automatically pick up ores. It's only got 2 modes, one for removing large stones, one for mining resources. But the fuel for it is very plentiful and also renewable, which is quite important in a survival game. All you need is access to basically a big lake that you can pick seaweed off the bottom of. Right, while that's going through then, has the oxygen system changed in the game in terms of the suit? Have they got rid of the white containers? So I've got 5 O2 bottles here. How do I refill my oxygen? Apparently it hasn't been changed. So why can't I see these things? I'm looking for the little white oxygen bottles that you can carry with you and use to refill your suit oxygen. Am I going completely insane here? I can't see how you unlock small oxygen bottles anymore. Used to be level 3, I thought. Oh, there they are. I'm going completely blind. Right, okay. We're going to need some of those. Or it would also be a good idea to get an O2 generator down. Which I don't think we have yet. We've got a water generator, but no O2 generator. This is still going through, isn't it? It might just have been the graphic wasn't going through anymore. But anyway, let's get started on... We can't get started on it yet. I don't have the unlock level. Okay, so we need iron, copper, cobalt, silicon. We've got the iron. And we've got some of the copper. So let's try this again. We've got 70 copper, so we need 70 more. What is up with this? Why isn't this doing anything? Oh, we've run out of fuel. That's why it's not doing anything. We've run out of fuel. So, unfortunately, I did make some fuel packs. And there they all go. Holy shit. I can't remember how much of each I wanted, so let's just say it was 100 cobalt and it was like 80 silicon or something like that. We want some of those. We want an oxygen generator to put down. We want some more fuel packs. Okay, let's get these materials made, get these bottles out. Then we'll go and pick some seaweed, get some biofuel for the drill, which will also give us a nice bit of XP, I think. Okay, that'll do. We only want a couple of fuel packs in there. So I am making the rest of the Promethium into fuel packs. I'm also producing a pistol and some assault rifle ammo. For that I had to come in here and unlock the assault rifle. Because basically to make the ammunition for a weapon you need to unlock the weapon itself in the tech tree. So now that we've got that, and now I've got my small O2 bottles, which you can use out in the field to recharge your O2 meter. Now that I've got this stuff, we're going to go to the lake to the south. We're going to put the O2 generator down and fuel it up. And we're going to collect some seaweed, which we use for biofuel, and incidentally is also usable as a food source. You can actually make a lovely seaweed snack, it's called. So let's put the night vision on as before. Such a brilliant item, these night vision goggles. People have been saying for quite a long time that one of the problems with Empyrion is that the nights are like so dark. So Elion's response was, well, let's just give them an item that lets them turn the darkness off with the press of a button. Okay, we'll produce a few bottles. We don't really need that much oxygen while we're down here on Elia. We're going to need quite a bit, as you might expect, when we go into space. Now, this is the first time I've been down here, so I hope there is a lot of seaweed down here. Actually, let's go into... oh no, that's not very bright, is it? Yeah, we have to stick in night vision mode. So we're going to go into torch mode and navigate by the colours, but there really isn't that much light to be had from the torch. What is this? Prometheum stone. What do I do with this? Okay, that's something I wasn't expecting. They've added Prometheum stones. I guess like little ore deposits on the bottom of the ocean. Alien thorns have some kind of medical use. They're not what we're looking for. I'll be honest, I was expecting a bit more seaweed down here. We should head south and a little bit east, and that should take us out into the deeper water. Maybe there'll be some there. Ah, here we go. So that's 2 seaweed. Every can of biofuel needs 5. But we're perfectly happy to be picking up a bunch of seaweed because it's the XP we want more than anything. Although the biofuel will come in handy because we are going to have to do more mining eventually. And you can see we're really jamming through level 4 now. We need about 1100, slightly more. And we're getting 51 at a time. So another... let's say another 22 strands of seaweed would be enough to get us the to level 5, get us rolling on the hover vehicle. And of course, the one other thing that's available at the bottom of lakes on the starter planet is this stuff, which is pentaxid, which is actually blue, although everything's green in the night vision, of course, which you'll need to make warp fuel a bit later on. And you'll need a lot of it. You will be coming down to these lakes quite a bit, especially on the starter planet, before you get... once you get the small vehicle, not so much, because that lets you go into space and farm pentaxid on the moon of the starter planet, where it's a lot easier to get. Oh, there we go, level 5. Right, so let's go to the factory. So we go in, press F2 to bring up the blueprint menu. Here's the skimmer, that's what we want to build. We say to factory and drag the raw materials down here. Now I'm using ingots, so this is going to take about half an hour to build. If you've got, like, if you've been doing a lot of fighting, you killed a lot of drones and robots and all sorts of things, and you've got like lots of like crappy components that you're not using, like say for instance these walkways and railings, I can drop those in there. and they don't give me anything. Okay, what about these landing gears? There you go. So the landing gears are giving me 4 iron, 2 copper, 4 cobalt, 2 silicon, and you'll notice they've knocked a few seconds off the production time. So giving it complex blocks, both provides the materials from that block, and also knocks a bit off the production time. Now in a previous season I did try actually producing components to feed to the factory, but it didn't work out as any benefit, because the time that you gain from using complex components, basically you lose from spending the time to actually craft them. But if you're getting them as loot, that's a good place to use them. I haven't even really needed these bottles. I can get myself 8 cans of biofuel, I believe, at the moment. 9. No, actually, because it's 5 seaweed per can. I can actually get like 12, no, 13 even. Okay, let's say that's enough. So we're done with the swimming for the moment. This is incidentally a nice little change. In previous patches, if you were on a planet which had an oxygen atmosphere, but you had your helmet on, you would use up oxygen. It's changed a little bit now. So the helmet stays on as long as I've got my armor on. Oh no, it doesn't. Actually, I can take the helmet off, but helmet on or off is not using oxygen because the planet has an oxygen atmosphere. That is a very nice change. It seems like I have to have my helmet on to use the night vision goggles. Yeah, item has to be in your inventory and you have to wear your helmet. Did I pick the bike up or is it around here somewhere? Oh, it's... Where's my bike? Oh, I'm complaining about low food. Where did I leave my bike? Oh, removed in 19 minutes. Don't remove it. We still want it. They did say that there was a reason they were making the motorbikes, they'd made that change to the motorbikes so that they go into power saving mode and eventually despawn. I don't believe they've revealed what the reason was yet. But sounds like there's motorbike changes coming up. Right, so I'm just going to chill here for a little bit and wait for the bike to spawn. Wait for the hover vehicle to finish production, and we'll make sure we get that out this episode. There is one other thing we can do now, though. We can go into hover vehicle, unlock the Gatling gun, and we can stick a minigun turret on it. To be honest, if it was going to take me to level 5 to produce the vehicle anyway, I could have just put that on the original design. I didn't really think of that. But we are going to need an ammo box. We're going to need some minigun ammo. And we're going to need the turret itself. Oh, there we go. So we've got a completed S3 skimmer. Let's go out onto the little... vehicle platform that we made. Good, it's daytime, so we'll be able to see it. Now we go into the F2 menu again, the blueprint menu. We go to the skimmer that's in completed, and we click spawn. And there it is. Now then, before we take it anywhere, we do have a little bit of work to do on it, don't we? Oh god, my jetpack is on. So we've got a turret to put on top. Which I think yeah, it's exact fit. I know the size of these things. So it's 3 by 3. So we'll stick that on there. Now we've got to find somewhere to put this ammo box. Might stick it on there. Always return components. No, disassemble. Give me the block back. And we'll put on the small ammo box. Yeah. And load it up with some bullets. Did I pick up the fuel? I did. So, before we do anything with it, let's have a look at the turret setup. Auto group everything. Right, so we've got to be careful about what we want it to attack. And this is probably okay. So I'm not sure I want it to attack other factions, but I want it to attack aliens and predators. This is about, like, on larger structures, what it will shoot for. So if I want the turrets to focus on attacking other turrets, other mounted weapons, I can set it to that. If I want it to leave those alone and just go for the thrusters or the generators, I can do that. Right, so that seems okay. Let's fill it up. Now, is this draining my oxygen? See that little way in the bottom left corner there? I've got 107 oxygen left and it doesn't seem to be using it. Oh. It's a little bit buggy for some reason. It's okay at hovering. It will quite happily hover if I jump in the air, but it won't hover. I'm just going to have to remember that. I have to shift boost off the ground for some reason. It'll fit down there like a dream. There we go, our S3 skimmer. So this will be our conveyance around Elia for the time being. Eventually we're also going to have to build a small vehicle, of course, because this thing obviously can't go into space, although maybe it can if it's going to bug out and hop in the air like that. So, there we go. We've got a better method of transport than the bike, and it's got a gun on it. Alright, well, let me kill the power here. And that'll do for, I believe this is episode 4 of Empyrion. So, do hope you've enjoyed it. Next session, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing, because we need to start levelling up to 7 to get the small vehicle designed and built. Maybe we can go for that drone base or have a look around more of the Titans. I'm not sure. We'll see when the time comes, see what I feel like doing that day. For now, I've been EkkiThump. That's been Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Do hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more gameplay of this game. And I'll see you next time.